See here. All right, we are live. So, hey guys, welcome back. This is Terry and Steve, and we're going to be talking today. We're just going to be doing Amazon Q&A. So, I want to just kind of let you guys know what's going on. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, cool. Hey, what's up there for Forbidden Identity? What's going on? Can you hear me okay out there? Just so I know, let me know if you can hear me fine on this live stream. And well, it's the beginning of the new year, and so now we are getting ready for the new year. We're trying to get the sales going again, and as you know, first of the month, what have you. It's going to be extremely slow for a lot of people because of the Christmas and what have you. So, you know, how were sales for you guys? I mean, did you guys do okay on sales for Christmas? I know we launched a new product. I know your product went out, and now you're going to start advertising your product and start pushing that out there. So, how is that going for you guys, Steve and Terry?
Well, I've been having
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, Steve.
my listings up and live, and I really, we're kind of late coming in, obviously for Christmas, but I really didn't have any sales over Christmas. I'm just getting into my pay-per-click advertising now, so hopefully that's going to hopefully push it. I imagine people don't have too much money left right now, so I'm not expecting any uh, fast sales, but
Yeah.
hopefully the listing will get little traction and move forward.
Well, yeah, I mean, right after Christmas, and I know you did start late on that, but right after Christmas, it tends to slow way, way down. So there's a lot of people that are kind of get discouraged because they they're not making the sales that they're used to, or not making the sales that they should be making. And Amazon's making a lot of changes now, and so you know, there's programs out there that you can use to help you out, and we were just talking about that earlier, about the early reviewer program for somebody like yourself who just started out with that particular product, and then now all of a sudden you don't, you know, your sales are non-existent because you have no reviews. So I hear some feedback in the background. Sorry guys, but it must. Terry, is your computer on there?
Yeah, my computer's on, but I got a new company that just took over,
Yeah,
and so they're still working out some of the bugs.
yeah. I think that's what it is
Uh,
because I can hear it, and then when you start talking, it goes away. So, but
yeah.
that's okay. Um, so again, the early reviewer program is something that you guys need to look into. That right there is around $60, and that will help you out. What that does is that gives you somebody who has no reviews on their listing, and it's a brand new listing, and they go into their back office, and it's under advertising, and it'll say early reviewer program. You just click on that, you put in your ASIN, and it will tell you if you're eligible, if you're not eligible. That's something that you guys should be doing, uh, and that way uh, they will give you reviews. So it's a program that Amazon has that really nobody really talks about, but it's something that helps people that are brand new with no reviews whatsoever. You can go ahead and try that program. They do charge $60 per ASIN. So it can get expensive if you are somebody who's doing retail arbitrage, or somebody who's doing drop shipping. You know, I wouldn't advise it. But if it's somebody who's doing private label or is doing wholesaler, you know, have one product or two products that they're selling, really want to push, then you can go ahead and do that, and it should help you out. I did that on a few of mine, and uh, I've had more than 5 reviews on it, and that's what they kind of give you, is they give you that little push start. And the reviews make a huge difference, because once you start getting the reviews, obviously you're getting the sales, and then your ranking is starting to go down, and people are starting to see your listing now. Okay, so that's something that you guys should be taking advantage of. And then also your go ahead.
I wanted to ask you, you want to do a PPC campaign in conjunction with the early review program, or just one or the other?
Yes, no, automatically you're doing an automatic campaign anyway, because you want to push that out there. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, those if you see, like, on the listing, on the very top of the listing, it says sponsored ad. That's your automatic campaigns and your manual campaigns that people are going and promoting. So they're paying for that click. Every time somebody clicks on your listing, then you get charged for that. And that's through Amazon also. There's guys out there that will try to push Facebook ads and try to push, different programs out there. So for me, it's like I would rather you just go out there and push Amazon, and that's it, and really push that, because when you give Amazon that love, well, obviously they're gonna give you their customers, and that's what you have to look at, trying to get those customers directly from Amazon.
Okay.
So, okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, and that will help you out. That will help you out tremendously, and what have you. So, what's up there, Louis? Louis says, "What's shaking, Henry?" Well, sales, sales, sales. That's what we're looking for. Sales, sales, sales. This is the first of the month, and we really got to get those sales going in for Amazon. You have to, be selling the right products and making sure that you are selling good products. We were looking at some other products through Jungle Scout, and kind of looking at some very good products for to sell for the rest of the year, and I think we did find some. So we're concentrating on that for the first of the year, and so forth. So, Madalena, what is the charge for each click on an auto campaign? Well, that is, Madalena, it's not what is a charge for each click. That depends on you. Automatic campaigns depends on the keyword itself, because each keyword is different. Steve, you want to, you do a lot of campaigns. You want to kind of chime in on that?
Yeah, the automatic campaign, basically it gives you a range, what to bid, depending on, I guess, what type of product you're selling. The range could be very low. It could be below $1. It could be, 50 cents or whatever per click. But if you're in an extremely competitive department, depending on your product, it could be $1 something per click. It could be $2, $3 per click. But it gives you a range, high and low, and it gives you a suggested bid. And usually a suggested bid is somewhere in the middle, and you put your suggested bid or your bid probably a couple cents above the suggested, and that usually works. When you're doing the manual campaign, it's based on each keyword, and each keyword has a different price depending on how successful that keyword is in the listing. So that could vary too.
Yes. So if you're looking at an automatic campaign, and say, for instance, we're searching for dog leashes, okay? Well, obviously, dog is going to be more money, because it's a broader area as far as dogs and pets. So you're going to be charging more, or they're going to charge more, as opposed to the leash itself. A leash could be like $1, And a dog, for example, that particular keyword could be $3.95. So
Yeah.
it depends what keyword that you're going to use. So hopefully that kind of helps you out. There's when you do the automatic campaign, you can set your budget, and that's really the only thing that you can do is set your budget at $15 a day, $100 a day, and so forth. And so when that happens, then it's now Amazon is kind of just looking for those keywords that are going to be useful, and that's what the automatic campaign is there for. So when you do the manual campaign, it just becomes a lot easier when you do your search term report. So
I find I very seldom hit my budget limit. I mean, just because you put a budget of $20 a day doesn't mean you're going to spend $20 a day. You might only spend $3. You might only spend $8. It depends on how many people click on your ad.
yeah,
It will never go over $20 if that's what you put in.
exactly. Hey, and then Terry, yeah, the feedback is coming from your end because I muted you. So just raise your hand like this when you're ready to talk, and I'll unmute you and so forth. Yeah. So you're
Okay.
yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, I know there's a lot of background. I can hear the dog running back and forth, but yeah, I'll have to work on that next time.
Yeah, no big deal. I've just put you on mute so that way we don't hear that background noise, but it's not starting up right now. So, but yeah, what's up there, everybody? Says Eduardo, hi Henry, and Tech Daddy team, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all you guys too. Hey, there, one of the things I really wanted to talk about today was kind of like, your motivation. What is your motivation when you go out there and you want to sell on Amazon? There are people out there that are motivated by, I don't know, just certain things like their boss. They can't stand their boss anymore, and they want a new outcome, a new source of income. And so they're kind of just wondering if Amazon is the place to go. And I'm going to tell you right now, for me, every single year, Amazon does extremely well. And there's people out there that are preaching and kind of just saying that, it's getting saturated. And they're finding out that Amazon is not as easy as everybody makes it out to be. It's extremely difficult to sell products on Amazon and make money on Amazon. It's very easy to put a listing up, but it's very hard to consistently make money. I talk about consistency all the time, and that's where you have to be. You have to be consistent. You have to have that drive every single day to get up, whether you're making sales or whether you're not making sales. You got to go out there and find these products that are going to make you money. And how are you going to do that? Well, training comes in that a lot. And so this is why I really push Tech Daddy videos, and this is why I push my programs, is because I want to give you guys the education. I want to give you guys the experience that I've had, and go out there and try to make money selling on Amazon, because there's a lot of people out there that are I call them short-term entrepreneurs. Okay, and let me explain what that means. That means you get a guy out there that is selling a course for $10,000, or selling his training for $10,000. Okay, and he's out there and he's selling it for $7,000. He's on Facebook all the time. He's doing sponsored ads that you see up. So when you type in, say for example, selling on Amazon, okay, and you get all of a sudden on YouTube, you get this ad come up and say, hey, I sell on Amazon, what have you. The thing is, these guys flash their boats, they flash their houses, they flash their vacations, they flash all that. So they're out there selling you a dream going out there and saying, we're going to go ahead and teach you everything. And by the way, I'm on vacation and they're in the Bahamas in the water, or they're somewhere else, and or they're in their big mansion, you know. And the thing is, for me, it's, I sit there and I go, wow. I said, you know, they have so much time to go on vacation. They have so much time to do that, but yet the difference between me and them is I go out there and I bust my butt, and I constantly am looking for anything that I can find for, you know, new sales, new videos, what have you. So I'm not the most perfect person out there, and I'm going to tell you that right now. There's a lot of things that I've learned throughout the years, and network marketing is not one of my strong points, but I could tell you throughout my years of experience, I know what makes me money, and I know what makes me money on Amazon, and I know what makes me money out on the internet. See, whatever you put on the internet is there forever. It's not going to go away. Somebody will find it. So you got to be really careful about what you say. So I've had somebody who've taken my course, and now they're selling their course for $10,000, but they're in Asia, renting a house with all their friends and saying, come and buy this, and you know, from me it's only $10,000. Well, that's a lot of money for a lot of people. This is why I make my courses affordable for everyone. And so when I talk about that, I talk about short-term entrepreneurs, because that's exactly what they are. They're going to sit there, and next thing you know, they're going to fade away. Just like drop shipping. It's the exact same thing. A few years ago, drop shipping was heavy. There was nothing but drop shipping, DS domination. And then it changed to another company, and then, you know, and then so you get all these guys that are network marketers, and they get on this and they just swarm on it. It's like cryptocurrency, same thing. You know, that's the new thing. Cryptocurrency. Everybody's coming in, and that was 10 years ago. And so the guys that are coming in now are late when it comes to that. Cryptocurrency and all that, 10 years ago, you would have made some money. Now, people are making some money, but they're not making as much as they like to make, because it's becoming the end of that fad. I'm going to say, and people are going to disagree with me on that, but the fact of the matter is, you know, I sit there and I look at these trends. Amazon is the fastest growing company on the internet right now. They are growing faster than anybody else. They are moving. Jeff Bezos knows what the hell he's doing. He's brought this company from nothing to something, and and they're growing. They're in 180 different countries, and so they're going to continue to grow. While everybody else thinks that this is saturated, everybody else thinks that it's the end of the era or what have you. You guys keep thinking that, because while you're thinking that, I'll still be making money. Steve will still be making money. Terry will be still making money. Because that's where it's going. If you guys paid attention to maybe your Christmas sales, you go into, I walked into the mall the other day. I literally walked in and walked out, because the sales were there, but they weren't really there. Right after Christmas, I can go in and exchange something really quick, and it was like it's quiet, just dead. And I sat there and I go, wow, you know, this should be busy, but it wasn't. And I did most of my sales and did most of my buying on Amazon. I bought all my gifts, most of my gifts on Amazon. And so, and I'm sure a lot of you people have bought your stuff from Amazon. And I'm still buying. I just bought $900 worth of product. And so I bought $900 worth of product yesterday. and I'm waiting for it to come on in today. And so that's what I'm waiting for is that when you go out there and you look at what Amazon has done and how many people are actually buying on Amazon, it's something that you guys could make a lot of money as sellers. And if you know what you're doing, you know exactly how to get out there and promote your stuff. I don't know how many people have come to me and have asked me and say, you know, I'm stuck. I'm stuck at this certain point right here. I can't get above this. And then I find out what they're doing, and I say, well, we're doing all merchant fulfilled. I said, well, really? You're doing all merchant fulfilled, but if you really knew how to work Amazon, you should be sending your products into Amazon's FBA program. Because when you send your products into Amazon's FBA program, guess what happens? They're going to charge you for it, but they're also going to push it. And they're going to make you money because you sent it in to them. Let them do the work. Let them charge you for it. And you just sit back and make some money doing it. So I just wanted just to say that fairly quickly because there's a lot of people, like I said, that have been calling me. And thank you guys for you guys who just signed up. There's 3 of you that just signed up this morning, as a matter of fact, for Tech Daddy Videos. They bought the package. I appreciate that. Hopefully you guys will come on. But again, you know, this is the direction that we're going. The internet, sales on the internet, that's where you have to be. You have to make up your decision, make up your mind, and figure out what you're going to do for 2019. Because I woke up this morning and I sat there and I said, consistency, consistency, consistency. Get out there and start pounding it, pounding it, and pounding it. When I say that, I mean, if you're selling on Amazon, keep pushing your product. Don't give up. Okay? Right now, it's slow. But come the end of February and March and April, it all goes uphill from here. Okay? People who have bought, seasonal products, well, they're going to push seasonal products. And if you have that person that goes out there and says, well, I'm going to just sell seasonal products and that's it, well, good for you. That's not my thing, but that may be somebody else's thing. And then I'm not saying that does not make money, because that will make you some money. But the fact of the matter is you really have to know what you're doing if you're selling seasonal products. Products for Thanksgiving, products for Christmas, products for Valentine's Day, products for Easter, products for, those holidays. And so you have to really pay attention to what you buy and what sells and what makes money during those periods. And if you can do that and you can master it, you can make tons of money as it's just selling seasonal products. That's not what I teach. I teach you how to make money selling products that people use every single day. That's what's going to make you money. That's why Steve bought his stuff. That's why Terry went ahead and bought his stuff that people can use every single day. And if that is the case, they're going to start making money. Steve said didn't make a whole lot during Christmas. He started late. But guess what happens come February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and then December. 1 month may be bad, but the rest may be going from here on up. So that's what you have to look forward to, Steve, as far as making money on your product. Don't give up on it. Continue to do what you need to do. Push it. You know exactly what you've been doing. You've been selling a long time. And so once that happens, the Pandora box is going to open. Next thing you know, you're going to be selling another product, and that product may do better than the product you have now. Who knows? Or that product now may be doing better later on. Who knows? That's just the way Amazon works. And so with that being said, I just wanted to bring that up to you guys. You guys have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I can't agree more with you, Henry. That's so true. Like you said, the sales. are slow during the Christmas holidays, but because we got in late. But I expect things to take off here. And what you want to do is not only have this product, but also have other products that you're looking at. So you have a lot of products you can work on, and you got more room for advancement.
Improvement. Yeah.
So that's for you that way.
Yeah. How about you, Steve?
Yeah, I agree, but I want to touch on something that you pointed out about the competitors. When you say that they're short-term people.
Well, I don't. What I mean by short-term entrepreneurs is they're not looking at the long run. They're not looking at the big picture. They're looking at making sales quickly, getting it, and that's it. They ride on a trend. Okay, Amazon is what we can call is a trend. Cryptocurrency is a trend. Fidget spinners is a trend. People jump all over those, and they jump all over certain items and certain things. That's what I'm talking about. Short-term entrepreneurs. When you look at,
what I want to point out is, I'll bet you, if you were to pin them down and ask them, where do they make their money? They make more money selling their courses than they make selling on Amazon.
Of course, because they're internet marketers.
That's
okay?
What I meant.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why they go out and push Facebook. That's why they go out and push all these ads and stuff like that. It's all fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you have a true Amazon seller and that person is sitting there going, this is what makes you money, this is what's going to sell, myself, I look at myself as selling on eBay, selling on Amazon. I learn everything self-taught. I've been self-taught all my life. Okay? My dad, I did not want to be in his position. When I grew up, I looked and I seen how hard he worked. And I said, I will never be that guy. Because he's tired. I would never be like him. I'm going to be different. I'm going to bust my butt, go out there and find what I've been in a lot of companies. I've been in a lot of multi-level marketing companies, affiliate marketing companies, and they all failed because they're designed to fail. That's how it works. But Amazon, I can truly say that when I started eBay, started selling eBay, I worked very hard getting to that point. And then when I got on Amazon's platform, things really turned around for me. And that's what I'm trying to instill in a lot of you guys, that, what's your passion? What do you guys feel in 2019 that you're going to do differently that is going to put you over that hump to where I am now? I already booked my vacation for next year. For this year, as a matter of fact, for 2019. I'm leaving the country. And that's in June. But from this point on till June, I'm busting my butt. And then when I come back from my vacation, I'm busting my butt again. I'm not there on vacation every single month. I would love to. I could, but I don't want to. Because, look, you can have money right in your hands today and be gone tomorrow. That's how it works. That's how society works. If I had $100 bill in my hand right now, I can tell you how many people have held that $100 bill. Tons and tons of people. But the fact of the matter is, I have that $100 bill in my hand right now. So I am my own person. I decide what I'm going to do with that $100 bill. Am I going to make it 200? Am I going to make it 400? Am I going to make it 1,000? Am I going to make it 100,000? What am I going to do with that money? That's how you have to look at life. You have to look at it as, okay, I just started Amazon. What am I going to do with this? Am I going to treat this as a business, or am I going to treat this as a hobby? And a lot of people treat it as a hobby. They don't treat it like a real business. That's why they don't succeed. Because if you sit there and you treat it like a business, you spend the money on it, then you're going to go somewhere. I find this out in my courses. You know, when somebody buys my Amazon A to Z course, you know, I know how serious they are because they're purchasing that money, and that may be everything to them. So this is why I help them out the best I can, because look, if I can help you succeed and help you get to that point, then I'm here for you. If you invest in me, I invest in you. That's just the bottom line. That's how I am. That's how I'm built. I'm built that way, you know. And so I always felt like if I always gave back, things come right back to me tenfold. And you know what? They do. With my attitude, my positive attitude, I always try to stay positive. If somebody's talking negative, and I, you know what? Leave your negativity there, as far as I'm concerned. I focus on the positive part, and that's all I focus on. Because look, I may not get sales today, but I'll get them tomorrow. And that's how I look at things. And so once you have that mentality, whether it's Amazon or anything else, you're going to be successful in life. You will be. It may take some time, but it's going to happen. So when I see these short-time entrepreneurs out there, these guys out there and pushing this and pushing that, calling themselves entrepreneurs, and yet 2 years, 3 years down the road, they're pushing something else, well, that didn't work for them. I've been doing this for 11 years. And I'll continue to grow, and I'll continue to do this. Same as you, Steve. Same as you, Terry. Continue to do it. And guess what? The third year, the fourth year, the fifth year may pay off for you. The second year may pay off for you. Who knows? Just depends what you pick. Depends what you get. It's the products that make people money on Amazon. And if you know what product to sell, then it just makes your life a lot easier. So, with that being said, I didn't mean for this to be a Henry spouting out, but I want people to understand that, you know, my mentality, my way of thinking is, you know, if something doesn't work out for me here, something else will work out for me there. And that's how you should be looking at things. All right, let's find out who's on today. So, Forbidden Identity, what's up there? Hey, Henry, I'm going to launch a product soon. My strategy was to start it at a very low price, like $4. Then once it gets enough reviews and ranks, I'm raising it to $24. That wouldn't be bad, right? Forbidden Identity, you know what? Listen. If it takes you to lose money at first to make you money at the end, I'm all for it. I'm all for that strategy. Because if that strategy works for you, then you've accomplished something. We were just talking about it with Steve and his product. You know, pushing the product out there and doing a few other things. And so he's going to do that. And we're going to see how it works and see exactly what happens. But yes, I like that. I like that idea. It's a great idea. There's a lot of people that are not doing it. You know, we were talking about reviews earlier, Steve and Terry. We were talking about reviews, having a product with no reviews, and we talked about the earlier retirement of the earlier reviewer program. So I did mention that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the early reviewer program is one of the things that you guys really need to concentrate on if you have no reviews at all. And you on top of that, use your automatic campaigns, or if you feel comfortable enough, use your manual campaigns and see how well your stuff starts to take off. Okay? Promote yourselves in groups. Go out there on Facebook and promote your product out there on Facebook to a group. You know, if you have like a dog leash and say you go onto Facebook and you promote that particular product. Say, for example, you go onto a Facebook group about dogs, okay? And you join that group. It doesn't hurt you to sit there and put two pictures up side by side, a red leash and a blue leash, and say, what color do you guys like best? I'm selling this on Amazon. That will get you sales right there. Because you're not asking them to buy it. You're asking them for their opinion. Do you like blue? Do you like red? This is what I do all the time. I do this all the time. I'll go to different groups and I'll sit there and I'll ask an opinion. I don't sit there and shove it in their face and say, you buy this. No. If you sit there, and curiosity is always going to kill that cat, right? So you go out there and you say, look, do you like blue? Do you like red? Check it out. They're both here on Amazon. Click on it. Boom. Go straight to Amazon. Now, that's something that you guys really need to focus on. You need to focus on where you're going to go and advertise and do your things. And I always tell all my guys, advertise on Amazon, because people go to Amazon to shop. People go to Facebook to socialize. But it doesn't hurt for you to sit there and go, whoa, what about this? And what about this? Do you guys like this, or do you guys like this? Do you like this as a single pack, or do you like this as a bundle pack? If you're getting engagement, that's all you need. Once you get that engagement, then what happens is going to be good down the road, because they're either going to buy something or they're not going to buy something. So, but it may just find out and say, hey, you know what? I needed that leash. That leash right there was great, So, anyways, it's just an idea for you guys to sit there and think about. So, all right. So, okay. Jazz Phelps. Hey, Henry, I bought your A to Z course and I'm just not sure how to get started, or more likely unsure of my ability. Jazz, listen, change that right now. If you bought the course, take the course, go through it step by step by step. If you have questions during that, call me. You have my phone number, and my phone number is going to be on top of this video right here, 626-225-3002. Feel free to give me a call, and I will help you out the best I can. Okay? Thank you for purchasing the course. I appreciate that. And this is the support that you're going to get from me. Also, make sure that you go out there and you get into our private Facebook group. That is in my course, and that $295 course, I think it's the first video, says this is what you must do first. Once you click on that, it will give you a link to the private Facebook group, and then go ahead and put in that request, and I would be more happy to accept you into the private Facebook group, where you have Steve and Terry and other people, Eduardo and Loli and Lewis will help you out, and support you in that way in case you can't get a hold of me for any reason. All right, but welcome aboard. Eduardo, I agree with you 100%. Consistency and commitment, I'm all in. Appreciate that. Forbidden Identity, but I would lose the buy box to myself, will I? No, listen. The buy box itself is very tricky, and that's where people kind of they get discouraged. If you lower your price and your price is lower than everybody else, you will get the buy box. Sales come in and you have great reviews and so forth, then that's going to help you. So you got to make sure that you have the lowest price, and once you have that lowest price, you should get into the buy box, definitely. So, Steve, anything on the buy box?
No, it's something that Amazon won't admit to. They'll never tell you the algorithm, but you're right. 90% of it is price.
Yeah.
You have to have your ducks lined up as far as your listing quality and things like that. But the price is the most important thing to get you in the buy box.
Absolutely. Let me see here what's in the chat. Chat says, but I wouldn't lose the buy box to myself. We're like, no, you don't lose the buy box to yourself. Well, big increase in my with the big increase of my price. Oh, um, listen, if you have a particular product, you want to make sure you look at your competition, because if you have 4 or 5 guys that are competing against you, then it comes to price. If you just you yourself and you're sitting there and you are there's no competition, then you'll always be in the buy box. So you want to make sure that you look at your competition, look at their price, look if they lowered the price, and kind of go from there. So if you can do that, then that will help you. And you check that every single day. Every single day you check that. You want to make sure that you check that constantly. And when you go onto your listing, just look to your right there, and it will tell you if you're in the buy box, if you're not in the buy box. That's another way of checking it out also. So, okay. All right. Constant, Julian, hello Henry. I want to know the keywords. Do they must have a order and how we put them or not? Steve, do you want to take over on that one?
Well, the most important thing is your keywords are in the title first. Load your title up as much as you can with as many keywords as you can. And still keep it in some type of verse. Don't get me wrong. Don't just say just the keywords, but title will be number one. I would say bullet points, stuff your keywords in the bullet points as much as you can. And then the third thing would be the description. And last but not least is the back office.
Right.
That particular order.
Right. And then also to really answer your question, no keywords, as long as they are in your title, your bullet points, your description, you look at your URL, and your URL is going to give you 5 keywords, what your listing is being searched for. And you will be able to see what keywords you're being searched for. I use Jungle Scout, Steve uses Jungle Scout, Terry uses Jungle Scout to find the keywords from the keyword, I think it's keyword, it's a certain section. Yeah, it's a certain section. It says keywords, and that will help you and find those keywords.
Tracker or something like that.
Yeah, and so you're able to use that to help you out with that also. Keyword Spy tool is a good source also that you can use for that. All right, hopefully that helped you out. Jazz Phelps says, thanks Henry, no problem there Jazz. Forbidden Identity, is there any restriction of selling dog food products from China? Don't sell them. Listen, people, you can't sell dog products, and I'm an animal lover. I am an animal lover. This one right here came out and was just hanging out, and guess what? We took him in.
Mm-hmm.
So she is like the most calm cat that you can find, and look, we got a doggy. So anyways, I don't recommend it. I definitely don't recommend products from overseas that you're gonna have to put in any type of dog product. Yeah, so I wouldn't do it, to be honest. All right, Wolski. So every product that has the buy box is the cheapest? No, didn't say that. What I'm telling you is you need to find out if you have competition. If you're selling a product and you have 24 people selling that exact same product, most likely the person that has the lowest price is getting the buy box. You can check the buy box on the side right there on your listing, and it would tell you who has that buy box. Now, there's a lot of things that come into play as far as the buy box. It comes in, you're looking at price, you're looking at sales, you're looking at how good your account is. If your account is very good, in good standings, that all comes into play. So, if you are a brand new seller, if you're an experienced seller, if you are have some badges right next to your name there, that helps you out. So there's a lot of stuff that comes into the buy box. So yeah, so that's what you kind of have to look at. But always look to the right, always look to the side of your listing. Just go to your listing, and then once you go to your listing, then just look into the side right there, and we'll tell you who's in the buy box, and then you kind of can work it from there. So, all right. Sorry, Terry, I had you unmuted. I know if you want to say something, feel free, but
No, that's okay. I know I'm still working out the bugs on this thing, so I'm gonna look into it. Do you still hear it right now?
yeah, no, I don't actually. It sounds fine.
Okay.
All right, Constant, I have heard that the first Amazon considered them. I have heard that the first Amazon considers them more. No, I mean, the buy box is very, very tricky, and that's where a lot of people kind of get confused. You know, if you have a great listing and that listing is really optimized, keywords come into play on your listing, price comes into play on your listing. There are your rating, your product ratings come into play. If you got a 2-star rating as opposed to somebody who has a 5-star rating, that's going to help that person with 5 stars as opposed to 2 stars. Sales, huge impact when it comes to the buy box itself. So if I'm going to base it all, I'm going to base it all on price, sales, product ranking, and so forth. So Eduardo says also FBA and FBM. Well, I mean, yeah, it could come into play, but there are guys out there that have merchant fulfilled products. Like, for example, I have a product that's merchant fulfilled and I have a Prime badge right next to it. So when people see it, they think that I'm fulfilled by Amazon. Well, in order to find that out, when it says sold by, it's going to say sold by me, or it's going to be say sold by Amazon. If it's sold by Amazon, it's through the FBA program. If it's sold by me, it's merchant fulfilled, even though I have the Prime badge. So, and a lot of times, you know, it's kind of tricky because you have to figure out how it's being read. So when you're looking at the listing itself, it'll say sold by Amazon. And there's another thing there also that it says, I could not remember right off the hand, but it would tell you that it's who's being shipped by. It's being shipped by me, or it's being shipped by Amazon. Fulfilled by Amazon. Sorry. So again, that's what you kind of, you know, that to me is like, well, it's either going to be keywords, or it's going to be your sales, or it's going to be your price, and that's what I'm looking at. As far as FBA and FBM, I really don't base too much on that. So, Kelia, what's up there, Kelia? Hi, Henry. Kelia from Texas. Can you talk about best practice when shipping from Alibaba? Yeah, ship it directly to you. That is the best practice that you can get. Look, there are people out there that ship it directly to Amazon, and so they don't sit there and they don't inspect it themselves. They get in trouble because they've sent the wrong color, the wrong thing, and they'll never know it because they never saw it. And so if you don't see the product that you're buying from Alibaba, then, you know, it's just going directly to Amazon's warehouse. So I use this as an example. If I have a product and I put a description on there saying, buy this black Rode microphone, and to find out it's a blue microphone that they shipped instead of a black, people get discouraged and they get really upset because it wasn't black, it was blue. So they go out there and they return the product. And then now all of a sudden you have products that are coming back to you as far as returns because you didn't inspect it when it came from your supplier overseas. And Terry and Steve can vouch for that, you know, and if you ask them how they would do it, I can almost guarantee you it's going to be coming straight to your home. Steve, was it expensive to have the product shipped from China to your location and then to Amazon?
No, obviously the cost is less for me to ship it to Amazon than it is from China to me. But I totally agree with you. You know, unless it's something that I have been selling repeatedly from the same supplier, maybe then, if I trusted that supplier enough, maybe I would ship it directly to Amazon then. But I have not reached that point that I would trust anybody that much yet. I think it's much better, like you say, ship it to you first, inspect it, inspect the quality of the product, the color, everything about it, and then you personally know what the customer's going to get, and then ship it yourself into Amazon.
I don't know how many times I've said to myself where I was going to sit there and say, oh, I'm going to ship it directly to Amazon from my supplier. And every single time I ship it directly to myself because I open up the box, I look at it, it's the right color, everything's perfect. I close the box back up, I tape it up, I go ahead and create an order to ship it to Amazon, and I can have a box, literally a box like this, full of product, okay? Filled, 35 pounds.
Yeah.
35 pounds, right? I can have that, and it costs you $5, $7 to ship that product out.
Yeah, your cost to ship to Amazon is greatly reduced.
Because they have very good pricing. They have better pricing than UPS. They have better pricing than the United States Postal Service. And they have better pricing than FedEx. So
yeah, you find that out at Christmas when you send your Christmas presents out to relatives.
Yeah.
Find out how much that costs.
Yeah.
Versus shipping 35 pounds to Amazon.
Exactly. You send a product out 35 pounds to the United States Postal Service like that, it's going to cost you $40. Easy. And then UPS, it could be almost double. Yeah. So, you know, Terry, you're a little quiet over there. What do you? No, I mean, so when you actually got your product, did you have it sent directly to Amazon?
No, definitely not. No, it's nice to get your product, open it up, inspect it, make sure everything's not broken, everything's in one piece, exactly the way you want it. Then you can package it up, seal it, send it off when you're ready, get your listing done, and get it going. But yeah, it's always best to have it come to you, check it out, and then you can move it forward from there.
And for those of you guys that don't know, Terry's in Las Vegas, and I'm in Los Angeles area. And Terry actually came down and when he got his first product, and we packaged the stuff up together at my location, at my business. And it was pretty good because he was able to learn and I was able to show him step by step exactly what he needed to do. And was it difficult to do? I mean, was it something that did you find that difficult there, Terry?
Not at all. No, not at all. We walked through it step by step. Henry explained everything, showed the process. Well, it was very, very simple. Very simple.
Yeah, and so again, it's there's a lot of people out there that make it sound like it's harder than what it really is. What you have to know and what you have to experience is doing it the right way. Going out there and selling on Amazon the right way. This is why I created my courses, for you guys to learn the right way. I cannot tell you how many times people have got their accounts suspended because they did one thing wrong. One thing that they didn't know. They didn't know that they were, they didn't know they were supposed to do that. And all of a sudden, their account was suspended. I had somebody call me the other day, said their account was suspended. I asked them why. They said, well, I opened up an account 6 months ago and then I closed it and then I reopened it again and now my account's suspended. If you don't use your account and you open up an account, that is a good way to get your account suspended because they know you're not a serious seller and they're not going to waste their time now. Now things are different. Things are a lot different on Amazon now. As far as Amazon sellers are concerned, they got to jump through hoops in order to get to Amazon. They cut off their phone service. Now they sit there and say, send me an email or go through the app in order to contact us. And that was for 2019 now. So it's going to get tougher, and it gets tougher every single year. This is why I always update my courses, and this is why I always give you the information that you guys should have. Now, this year is no different. I'm first of the year. I'm out here putting up new videos. I'm going out there and making a lot of changes for myself, focusing in on stuff that is changes for 2019, and that's what I look for. I look for all the new changes, and then I give you guys the education on that because you need that. You need that education. All right. Forbidden Identity says, do you get a QC company to check every order or supplier sending in only the first order? Forbidden Identity, like I said, I do everything myself. But if you're overseas, you're international, you don't have a choice, yeah, then definitely get yourself a QC company to go out there and send it to a freight forwarder, and have that freight forwarder send it to another warehouse to where they could inspect it for you. There's companies out there that will do that for you. If you're overseas and you don't have that choice, yes, I would definitely do that. But if you are here in the United States and you can send your products directly to your home and inspect it yourself, why not? Do it that way. It's going to be cheaper for you to do it that way. A lot of people think that it's going to be more expensive because they go, oh, well, I'm sending it to my place and then I got to send it to Amazon and it's going to cost me more money to do that, when in reality it's going to cost you literally a couple of dollars to send that product out. So, okay. Wolski says, are there advantages to selling on Amazon depending on where you live? I live in Nashville and there's an FBI here, or fulfilled by Amazon, I'm sure, here in Nashville. But because of Nexus, I don't think any products would be shipped there. You're absolutely right, Wolski. Look, Amazon has a policy. And Amazon has this thing where they go and they protect themselves from taxes. When you send products to your own state, they may send products to an FBA warehouse in Nashville. It's not going to stay there very long. I can guarantee you that. It's probably as soon as it gets to that Nashville center, it gets spread out through everywhere. And so it can go to California, it can go to Texas, it can go to Florida, it can go to different locations, and they'll do that within their own system. And that's how they're able to avoid some of these taxes, by having that Nexus program where they go and they kind of say, we're going to go ahead and ship it here, ship it there. I have products that people buy. I'm in California, and I can guarantee you, I ship these products out to the East Coast all the time. All the time. And I hardly ship products out here right next door to California. I may send some products maybe to San Diego or Oregon sometimes, but most of my sales are going to be on the East Coast. So, All right. Do you guys agree? I mean, do you guys, as far as your sales are concerned, do you?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like I'm shipping all over the country. I keep saying why, but yeah, you're right. And also, Amazon will tell you what warehouse to ship it to, no matter where you're at.
Right.
Sometimes it makes no sense to me. Like, why do I have to ship it to, let's say, San Francisco? Why? I guess because they need my product in San Francisco. It's good for them. It's not good for me.
Right.
But most of my stuff, in my case, goes to South Carolina and New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey. And there's a big distribution center right in Jacksonville, in Florida. I'm in Florida.
Right.
I have no idea why, but that's their choice. I ship it to wherever they tell me to ship it.
Right.
Yeah, I flew mine over just the next state over in Rialto, California. So that's where right now all the products I've been sending have gone over to that hub, and then they distribute it out from there
Yeah.
to different hubs. Oh, but that's where I send most of mine.
Yeah. Okay, let me see here. Thanks, y'all. Information to know. Kella says, thank you, everyone. Okay, cool. Daniel Martinez. How much actual profit do you guys make a month? And how many products are each of you selling? Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to tell you, Daniel or Danier, I'm going to tell you this. I've been doing this for over 11 years. I've been selling products, and the most that I have is 36 products now. 17 out of the 36 are number one, in the number one position. Now, what I make a month is a hell of a lot more than what a lot of my students are making, because I've showed my account many, many times, and I probably will do in the neighborhood of $30,000 to $40,000. Now, that's on a good month. Now, I've had it where I've done $10,000. So when I go to my tax accountant last year, he told me in November, he said, you need to take 3 vacations. I don't know where you want to go, but go, because you're making too much money, and I cannot, and so I literally had to take vacation. I went to Australia for 3 months, sat in a hotel room for 3 months in Australia, because they were opening up in Australia. So I said, okay, I'm going to go down there to Australia. I'm going to go first class. And I did. And I can tell you that I don't like to brag about it. It's not something that I talk about. I don't. You asked the question, and I'm telling you. Whether these guys want to tell you how much they make or what have you, that's totally up to them. But I'm telling you right now, there's a lot more people that make a hell of a lot more money than I do. Now, Amazon has made a lot of millionaires, and I can tell you that just from the friends that I've talked to, some of the places that I've gone to, where I've had gone to seminars, and I've seen it. And so this is why I teach it. This is why I have my own website, techdaddyvideos.com, to teach you how to make money selling on Amazon. I put up billboards. I've done a lot of advertising. I've done tremendous amount of advertising. I'm talking $3,000 a month just putting up one billboard here in California. And so there's a lot of people that can't do that, but I've done it. It's all tax write-off. It's all what have you. Bought $20,000 worth of product at the end of the year, just so I can say I had that in inventory. And that's a tax write-off. So there's a lot of things that that other people they're doing that are making them tons and tons of money, and that's the platform that Amazon is willing to give you. I would not have been able to take my vacations if I wasn't selling on Amazon. And Every year gets better, better, and better. Like I said, 2019, this is the first week of 2019. I already have my vacation booked in June. And I'm telling everybody, I'm gone in June. I'm taking my vacation out of the country. And so there's a whole lot of people that cannot do that. And there's a whole lot of people that live paycheck to paycheck. It's a matter of what you do when you wake up in the morning. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit there and go back to your job, go back to work and have, be comfortable with that? Or are you going to go out there and sacrifice and say, I'm going to take this, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make myself better in 2019? I could remember just a few days ago, I had a conversation. And I said, the question was asked to me, what are you going to do different in 2019 that you did do in 2018? And I sat there and I said, like, wow, that's a good question. In other words, what's your goals? What are you going to do? And it didn't take much for me to think about it, but I sat there and I was like, that's how I think every single year. I think of, how do I make my life better? How do I make somebody else's life better? How do I go out there and give you guys the information that you need to make yourself better? And this is how I run my life. This is how I do my thing. So even though I've made quite a bit of money, I always revert back to where I was and where I don't want to be. I don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck. I don't want to be answering to somebody else. I don't want to sit there and look at this guy that's sitting on the side of the street asking me for money. I don't want to be that person. So it drives me even harder to go out there and make sure that I do what I need to do to make myself better. And this is my job. This is what I do. My job is to make sure I have the best damn course out on the internet to teach you guys how to make money. And this is what I told Steve. This is what I told Terry, that I'm going to be busy the first of the year, putting more stuff in my video courses and what have you, giving you guys a product of the month, going out there and doing that for my members, making sure my members are succeeding. And so, anyways, so I do make quite a bit of money, and I'm proud to say that now. I'm proud to say that 10 years ago I was living paycheck to paycheck. Not anymore. And I won't go back there anymore. And that's where you need to be. All right, if you guys want to go ahead and extend on that, you're more than welcome.
Now, the only thing I want to say, that growling in the background is not feedback, it's my stomach.
Oh my goodness, it is getting late.
Those of us on the East Coast, it's right up against, how do you say, dinner time.
Dinner time.
There we go. Yeah, that's what that noise was. I thought it sounded familiar.
It sounded like a fan to me, but that's okay. All right, so let's get over this real quick. Do you have any... Oh, okay. Bonafide Child says... well, let me get to KC19 first, okay? KC916, I'm on the site to get an EIN for my seller's permit. And it's asking me if I'm doing business in another name or choose my name. Does it matter which I choose? Is there an advantage with a DBA? Look, this is, okay. KC916, if you're starting up on Amazon, what you need first is you need to open up an account with Amazon Seller Central, whether it's an individual, whether it's a professional account. And what you're going to need down the road, like fairly quickly, is a seller's permit. Get your seller's permit, because you're going to need that number in order to charge sales tax. Other than that, you don't need a DBA. You don't need anything else. If you're going for the seller's permit, it's totally up to you. Whether you want to use your own name, whether you want to use a company name, it does not matter. Okay, because...
You can always change that later, by the way.
There you go. And as far as that is concerned, it's your tax accountant. I have 3 corporations, and I only use one. at the end of the year. So for me, it's like, you know, those other two corporations are kind of just sitting back, and now they're age corporations. So they're still there, but I can sell them if I want to. All right. Hopefully that helps you, and you can get started with that. Bonafide Child 916. Do you have an LLC for your account? Yeah, you don't need an LLC. I didn't start out with a corporation until 3 years after I was selling on Amazon. So, Denier, since Amazon is mainly an online business, is it feasible to make all your money in the USA but live in a country like Thailand where the money you make is worth more? That's a good question. I mean, it just depends where you want to sell. I mean, I have people from the US selling overseas in the UK in different Amazon platforms. It's totally up to you. So, United States, the Amazon.com is the largest. And there is, you know, a lot of people that buy and sell here in the .com industry. But there are other platforms that you can sell on and make money also. All right. KC916 Bonafide, it will be a sole proprietorship for now. CA LLCs are expensive. Yeah, I mean, if you want to corporate yourself in any way, you can. It's not necessary. It's not something that look at it this way. It's January, and I'm signing up for the very first time, and I want to just start selling on Amazon. Is that LLC going to help you out any during these first 12 months? Absolutely not. You have a whole year to figure out. If you sell on Amazon and you make no money, what good is an LLC or any other corporation? If you're making tons of money and say it's your third month, do I go out there and start looking? Yeah, maybe. Do I talk to my tax accountant? Yes, maybe. Because he's the only one or she's the only one that's going to be able to give you that good advice and sit there and say, yes, you're going to need to do this because we can do this. And I always tell people, look, I'm not a tax accountant. I leave all that stuff to my tax accountant. I'll let him deal with it. And at the end of the year, guess what? Hey, my hands are washed. Things are great. I'm on my way. All right. Bonafide Child, interesting. Thank you for that. I wasn't sure if I needed to go that route for day one. No, you don't. Ronald, what's up there, Ronald? What do you think is the most important element of success? Yeah, that is easy. Every entrepreneur will tell you. I don't care who it is. Consistency, 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 consistency. You need to be consistent in whatever you do. If you sit there and you're consistent in putting in your products, you're busy, you're doing all the stuff that you need to do every single day, you're sending products in or you're selling products or you're checking everything. As long as you're consistent, you'll be fine. So that, to me, is the most important thing, is consistency. And I talked about this in other videos where that beats a lot of other things. And if you're consistent, and I'm consistent, every single day I'm on Amazon. Every single day I'm thinking about what I'm going to do to better myself. I'm thinking every day what I'm going to do differently that's going to help me, but I'm consistent in doing it. So as long as you have that drive, as long as you go out there and be consistent, then you could be successful in Amazon and everything else in your life. So, man, I feel like I'm a motivational speaker right now. You guys are just sitting there going, all right, and I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm tired. All right. Well, hopefully that helps you out. And welcome aboard there, Ronald. I haven't seen you around, so welcome to my channel. Appreciate that. Forbidden Identity, it says my account is FBM until I'm ready to sell. Then I'm going to switch it to FBA. I'm not going to get suspended. No, you're not going to get suspended if you're doing fulfilled by merchant. It's people who don't use their account. If they don't use their account, then and they kind of leave it in limbo, yeah, then they kind of look at it and they pay real attention to it. If there's people out there that start selling products and then they start getting bad reviews or start getting stuff that comes back to them, they start looking at their account. Those are the things that you need to avoid. Those are the things that I want to show you. So with that being said, you know, it's consistency. You need to make sure that you are doing things the right way. Gladys, what's up there, Gladys? Welcome. I haven't seen you around either. You're brand new. Gladys Edicina. Yes, Henry, you sound like one, but I love the motivational talk. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hey, you know, guys, Steve is getting hungry. He needs to go eat. I appreciate your time on, Steve. You know, and Terry, I appreciate you coming on also. I know you guys didn't have a whole lot to say because I kind of took over, and you know, once I start talking, that's it. I start talking. Guys, if you are new to this channel, we are on. I try to be on every Monday nights at 6 p.m. And I do my Amazon Q&A. So I do answer a lot of questions. If you're not a member of, my YouTube channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell. That will let you know when I do come on. Also, if you are interested in selling on Amazon, take a look at my website, techdaddyvideos.com. Take a look at the packages. I'll be more than happy to help you out selling on Amazon and make you some money for 2019. That's what I'm here for. And so any question is a good question. I don't sit there and you know, take one different than the other. Everybody's got great questions here. I appreciate all the questions that you guys have asked today, even the ones of how much money do you guys make? You know, to me, that's kind of personal, but at the same time, I'm more than happy to let you know. I mean, and so a lot of you guys kind of depend on that. You know, they depend on, there's a lot of people out there that sit there and say they make tons of money. But if you've seen all my videos and you've seen me throughout the years, you're going to know that I've been on YouTube for a long time, and I have a lot of people that come in and follow me, and you know, which I appreciate. You know, I appreciate everybody that comes in and listens to me. They can be doing something else, but they tune in and they hear what I have to say. And so this is why I just get out there on YouTube and talk. There's some people that, one guy says I was boring. Can you believe that?
I don't know where he's from.
No comment, Steve.
No comment. Hey, how many videos do you think you have out now? Maybe over 200?
Yeah, roughly around 200 videos. I think one video itself, which was the one where I talked about my son and talked about the top 5 things that to make $10,000 or more selling on Amazon. I think that one has 367,000 views just on that one video alone. You know, which was made in 2016, and I get people calling me every single day. I literally had to turn my phone off. Well, it's not off, but it's on silent, because I get people calling me all the time, and people coming in and signing up for my course and what have you. So I have quite a few people that just, once I'm done with my videos, then they start calling because I think I'm really the only guy out there that is stupid enough to leave his phone number on top
Yeah.
of my every single one of my videos and say, "Call me, call me, call me." I,
Please tell me.
and you know
You know,
what? They call
Hey,
me.
Benny, that's what sets you above all the other gurus. That
Yeah.
you know, you put yourself out there, you come from the heart. You know, you're honest. I've met you in person a few times, and I can tell everybody out there that you're the most honest guy, and
I
you're
appreciate
real.
that.
You know, talk to you heart to heart, and he's a good guy. He's real honest.
Well, here's the thing: is people just want to know you're a real person. People just want to know what you're selling is what you're going to be backing up. And one of the things that I've learned, and I've learned this from a lot of other gurus out there that have told me, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that, you shouldn't be giving out all this information. Well, you know what? The fact of the matter is, I make enough money where I can, and I make enough money to where I can sit there and say, whenever somebody talks to me, it could be a potential person coming in, because all they want to know is this you? Am I talking to this guy? You know,
Right.
it's funny because I was in a hotel room and I'm sitting there and I'm just sitting down, minding my own business, visiting my son, and the next thing I know, this guy comes up and he says, "Hey, are you on YouTube? I just watched you last night." I was like, "Oh, well, I'm thousands of miles away from my house and my home," and they recognized me. And so, and I talked to the guy for 20 minutes, and the next day he signed up for my course. And now he is one of the guys that sells extremely well on Amazon. And I sit there and I go,
Wow.
wow,
Right.
that's cool. So, with that being said, guys, I appreciate it. Mission 31, take a look at my courses at techdaddyvideos.com. Go under, I think it's products, what have you. It's going to tell you how much my courses are. I don't want to sit here and tell you my courses are here on YouTube. Go to techdaddyvideos.com and take a look at the packages there. And then I have my Amazon A to Z course, which is my best package out there. Gives you everything out there. I give you a product of the month every single month. I give you a product of the month. I started that out in 2017. So if you sign up for that Amazon A to Z course, you're automatically going to get around 13, 14 products that I've added on for 2017. I still have to put my product down for 2019. So I take that back. I started that in 2018, not 17. 2018 in January. And so we're coming into 2019. I have my product of the month coming up and got to put that out there. And then the product of the month basically tells you how much money that particular product makes, and it has a lot of potential with very few sellers and is a very good rating on it. So if you guys are interested in that, just join the course. And then once you join the course, you automatically get into my private Facebook group, and then only paid people are in that private Facebook group, and not everybody has joined that, even though they're members. They still haven't came into the private Facebook group, so it's fairly good, but it's growing every single day. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate your time. Steve, go eat. Terry, thank you very much. Don't be gambling out there in Las Vegas. And we'll see you guys on the next video. I appreciate you guys coming on in. And thank you very much for all your questions. And give me a thumbs up on this video if you appreciate this video. We'll see you guys on the next video.
Okay. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Henry. I'll talk to you later. Buddy.
All right. See you guys.
See you guys.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.